It all now comes down to the final game of the season here at Empoli. If we win, European football is ours. If we draw or lose, it could be a torrid end of the season, out of the Coppa Italia in the semi-final, and then no European football to show for it next year either. So welcome back in, everybody, to the final day of the Serie A season. You can see how close the league table is. Anyone from us in 6th position down to 9th in Roma could go on to get that last European place. Now, we can't get Europa League, that's gone. But the Conference League, I want that so bad. The club needs it, and it's all going to help us financially. But we did have a stroke of luck in one of our games. Roma played against Sassuolo, and it ended, there it is, 1-1. And bear in mind, if Roma had won, they'd be level on points with us. If Sassuolo had won, they'd be above us, and they'd be playing, I believe they're at home last game of the season, are they? Sassuolo against Inter. So they've still got a tough game, but I found it funny that we actually sold a player. There he is, Abdallah Sima. We had this guy in, and he rescued Roma with literally the last kick of the game, scoring in the 93rd minute, and he's done absolutely nothing for them apart from score that one goal to potentially save us. But what a time he's had there. Well, I'll say what a terrible time he's had. But he's ended it on a high. Left us in a good position. Where today we are taking on Cagliari, who are 14th. They've got nothing to play for. This would be absolutely monumental. Conference League football with Empoli? Absolutely. Yes, please. But the final day, like I said, we can be caught by any of these teams. Roma are playing Fiorentina, difficult game for them. Torino are taking on bottom of the league Brescia, who are already relegated. So you're going to expect Torino to win, and Sassuolo are taking on Inter, who are not yet guaranteed Champions League position. So they're going to want to win that game. But overall, I was planning on coming back for the last two games, but I thought we'll come back for the final game of the season. And we will just go do that, get it done, see what happens, and then go for our end of year meetings, all that jazz. The other games we played, we lost to Roma, lost to Inter Milan 2-1, and then we snuck a draw against Torino, which is a massively important point. Especially look at the league table. If Torino had beat us, we'd be in a world of trouble, and we would have had to rely on other teams. But now our destiny is pretty much in our own hands. The squad is more or less fully fit, apart from Fazzini, who probably could. He's not really going to be able to manage any sort of game time that's absolutely necessary. And Camotto's not back until next season. Now, we have got a few players that are wanted. Belladinelli, Spendi, Bruckner, Di Maria, and Peruzzi as well, all wanted. We're going to have a quieter summer, I reckon, in this upcoming transfer window. We'll see what money we get to play with, but there's a couple of areas I want to strengthen. It will be in the left back position, and potentially in the attacking midfield left if we do let Brecalo go, who's been a little bit disappointing for us this season. Considering the stats and numbers on there, he hasn't really done too much for us. Say 5 goals, 7 assists, not too bad. But the average rate of 6.86, not great. But we'll see. Do we keep for one more year? I'll have a look. But if we can cash in and get a few £1 million for a player we got on a free, well, why not? We'll see. That'll be a bit of shrewd business. But anyway, back to the pressing matters on the field. So, today's game, like we know, is Cagliari. They're setting up in a defensive formation, looking to shut us down, probably frustrate us and potentially hit us on the counter-attack. Players that worry me, no one in particular. But what I am going to do for this game is Bella Kotchap is going to come out. Bonetti is going to be coming in. And we're going to start with that there. I was umming and ahhing whether to put in Eduardo. We're going to stick with this. Bonetti didn't really want to play him. He's still very young, but Bella Kotchap not having the greatest of understandings at the moment with Ismaili. So that's something I have to keep an eye on. Who's better at passing out of these two? 13 passing, 11 vision, 15 passing, 12 vision. So it makes sense to swap these two over like so. That's where we get a much better partnership there in the centre back position. But Bonetti, for 19 years of age, he's going to be an absolute world beater. And look at the value of him already. Minimum fee release clause of £66 million. Bear in mind, we only paid £4 million from Cesena. We've absolutely got a steal with this kid. Absolutely unbelievable talent. But anyway, that's your team for this game now to take on Cagliari. Arguably one of the biggest games in our club's history. Locker in goal. Casacci at left back. Ismaili and Bonetti at centre half. Terracciano in at right back. Belladinelli and Vega in the middle of the park. Brecalo keeping his position out on the left. Appelkamp centrally. Steven Spendy on the right. And Christian Spendy up top. Now, let's just go out there. Let's do our jobs. And let's hopefully get the win. Oh, actually, one last thing I wanted to talk about. I've altered the set pieces now. You can't really see it on here. But I've changed it now for when we're attacking. We're going to try and hit the near post if possible. Because I think delivering it centrally wasn't really working for us. Yeah, we scored a couple of goals here and there. If we can get the ball to the near post, flick that bad boy on. After we're gambling in behind, I reckon we're going to get a few more goals. Hopefully, we can maybe see one of them today from our new set piece setup. But let's get this game underway now, guys. Massively important we get the 3 points. Are we going to find ourselves in European football next year? Or is it going to be another terrible end to the season where we don't quite make it once again? I'm just looking at the pre-match team talk. I don't really want to sell it too lightly. So I'm going to pump the fists. And I'm going to put go and give the fans an appropriate send-off for all they've given us this season. Everyone seemed happy with that there. Hopefully we can now deliver on the field. But the game just about to get underway now. We're not in great form. Let's have a look at Cagliari's form. Have they form at a decent time? They're actually playing okay and getting a few results, which is a little bit worrying for us. But let's kick it off. Spendy getting us underway then. Hopefully we can have a quick start, a fast start, make the game our own, get a massively important 3 points. And like we said, probably one of the most important 3 points of the season, of not just this season, most seasons for us. But here comes Casacci. Brecalo, we want a big game from you today, son, if we can. Brecalo's just a little bit hit and miss. Sometimes it can be super. Appelkamp, though, couldn't take the ball in his stride. Gets it back, though. Go on, Brecalo. Loose touch, but we do win the throw. Maybe we could have done a little bit better there in that situation. Appelkamp to deliver. New routine. We've got people ganging up at that near post. It's swung in. For some reason, we've kicked it into the middle of the goal again. Yes, I have changed it. I thought it was going to go for the near post flick. We didn't. And we just, we relinquished possession straight away. But can we win it back? Casacci gets the ball down. Flick time. Better than he does. Wow. Brecalo. Nice touch, gets it out of his feet, back to Casacci. A little bit of room down the side to run into, but runs into a defender. Let's win this ball back, Perpetti. Back to Simon Scuffet, who goes long again. Can we win this time? We've got time. Ismaili brings it down under his spell. Wonderful control. I'm loving it if we can get a bit of a shenanigans corner on the go, just like we see from Lolojo. Is that how you pronounce it, Lolojo? I watch a lot of his Let's Plays. And he then gets some shenanigans with his teams. Hopefully we can have a little bit of that for ourselves. But here goes Ismaili. It's nicely building up from the back. Casacci. I want to speed this up a tad. A little bit slow. Belladinelli. Vega. Spendy's there. We've got to run a Christian. Spendy has been great for us this year. Strikes it. And yes. Yes. Come on. Strikes it early. Catches the keeper out. And that is just the start we wanted. 6 minutes into the game. Come on. Are we going to Europe next year? As long as we do our job, doesn't matter what everybody else does unless they win about 25-0. Actually, it still wouldn't matter, would it? I don't think it matters. As long as we win, they can't catch us. But let's throw a bit of praise on. We're up early. Appelkamp, in you get, son. Great bit of play. They were pressing the ball very, very nicely in the middle of the park. Sensi. Carboni goes long. Bonetti's in there to clear up. What can the youngster do? Out to Steven Spendy. Back into Appelkamp. Does well. It's nice play. Wouldn't mind getting that second goal. Gives a little bit of cushion. A little bit of room for potentially a mistake later on in the game. It's a poor ball, but Brecalo does well to win it back. Brecalo down the left. Can he deliver? Crossed it in. Appelkamp's in there. It's cleared. Oh, but it's just wide. Maybe. Just maybe. Vega could have done a little bit better there with the follow-up shot. Flicked on. Easy claim. Cagliari are going to get a chance to build now. They're going to go long. They do go long. It's about us winning the ball now. And we're getting there early. Ismaili. Brecalo does well. He's having a good game today. Can he find the ball? I thought we were going to get a penalty. I thought we was getting a penalty. We wasn't. Casace. We've got a man over. There you go. Brecalo again. Great ball. Spendy strikes it. For some reason, shooting from that sort of range is ridiculous. Comes to nothing. But our attackers at the moment, wow. Christian Spendy, Brecalo, Appelkamp, Steven Spendy, all having superb games. Need to make sure we're at it defensively. Here they come though. Cagliari. Carstensen coming forward. It's played in. Can we get a block? We do. Ismaili does fantastic to get the ball. Nothing stupid. That's nice. Nice. Appelkamp. Into Brecalo. We've got a man sentry now. Go on, play the ball. Spendy's in there. Go on, son. Oh, it's in. Appelkamp. He's onside. Are we going to get a flag? I'm sure he's onside. It looks like VAR and the linesman not going to get involved. And what an absolutely superb team goal. Fantastic on the counter-attack. Brecalo. I tell you what, is he going to stay for another season? It's a great ball. Runs tied to perfection. And Appelkamp, one of the first signings we made at this football club, has just delivered for us today. And he's delivered consistently over the past few seasons. He said he wanted to stay. No, he said he wanted to leave, sorry, because he wasn't getting enough game time. We've played him. And he's absolutely delivering for us. Go on, Ismaili. Oh, he's delivering. And I know he's not got the best stats, but sometimes it's not about stats. And he's doing really well, so we can't moan at him at all. But here goes Cardona, crossed in the box. It's cleared this time. We need to get across to Carboni. He will look to deliver another ball into the box. Vidovic back across. Pulled wide. No, it wasn't deflected. Ismaili does well to get in front of the shot. But we've got a corner now to face. Can we get a blue shirt on it? Can we get this clear? Flicked on. It's get it out. Get it out. Latabadia. I can't even pronounce that. Latabadia. Offside. Free kick. Happy days. Got the ball at his feet. Better. Vega. Terracciano. 40 had sold him short. Benetti. Youngster doing well. It's a great ball. Spendy's in. Spendy. Steven Spendy potentially could have, well, not even potentially, should have done a lot better than what he's done there. Could have really, really killed the game off, but he doesn't. Moretto coming forward now. Pulls it across. The great tackle. What? And the referee is definitely, once again, looking to diddle us. It looked like an absolutely superb tackle. I think they're going to look to overturn this. I can't believe it. Bonetti's down there. Not happy. Should be no penalty. Out comes the referee. Now he's having a good look. And he is saying penalty, which is absolutely criminal. Apparently, Bonetti timed his slide tackle wrong. And this could be a bit of a tense finish for us now. Unless Locker could pull out a save. Strikes it. And it is 2-1. Right on half time, not the sort of thing we need. It's going to heap a lot of pressure onto us for the second half. But what can we do? We don't care about your crappy penalty. Referees definitely every game out to get us. For some reason, they don't want us. They don't want us qualifying for Europe with some of these stinky decisions they keep giving to us. Vega not having his best game. I'm not going to make any changes though. We've been much the better team. And I think if anyone's going to be scored next, it's more than likely going to be us. I'm sure of it. I say that. We've been comfortable, like I said. 2 goals on Football Manager. Don't really mean squat. They've only had 1 shot on goal. It went in. They've had no possession, but they're still very, very much in the game. Brecalo. Appelkamp. Can we restore our 2-goal advantage? We freaking need to, and we're not going to be passing like that. But Appelkamp does well. Spendy's in there again. Brecalo back in, strikes it, and it's just wide. Scouffet was scrambling across his goal. Hate this though now. 1 goal for Cagliari will absolutely ruin us. But Appelkamp's in there. I'm confident we can score. Got to have faith in our team. Roma though drawing against Fiorentina. That's good for us. Terracciano. Vega's there. Vega goes in the end. Vega's in. He's driving forward. And it's just over the youngster. A little bit further forward. Go on. Oh, yes! And Filippo Terracciano, once again, the referee, desperate to get involved, looking to stiddle us again at every single opportunity, whether it's a penalty, whether it's offside. The referee get out the bloody way. Does well. Bonetti's up there and he puts it home there. That is absolutely superb. Just what we needed. Seriously, whatever the linesman and the referee and the VAR could do to diddle us, they're absolutely all over it. Let's not give him away back now. Crossed in. There's our old player there, Nabian. Don't let him score, for the love of God. Absolutely terrible. Lotka. We've got men to go short to. We don't. We go long. Appelkamp's up there. Spendy can't quite get there first. It's put in. Bellinelli does well. Battling for the ball. Brecalo. Can he find the right pass now? We've got men out wide. Appelkamp. Stephen Spendy does fantastically. Back out to Casace. Doing well. Carrying the ball forward. In there. Brecalo's in on goal. Brecalo can't quite get his shot away. 3 goals from. We're going to drop back to a balanced mentality now. We don't need to rush this at all. 10 minutes to play. We're going to throw a little bit more praise on. Instructions. We're going to time waste as much as possible. Bring the tempo down. Be more disciplined. Play for set pieces. Work the ball into box. We're going to go slightly more direct. And I think we're going to distribute over the opposition defence. If we drop right in, we'll invite them onto us, kick it over the top, and that's going to go nicely now when we bring on Eduardo, some fresh legs. What else can we do to waste a few seconds? Appelkamp, a little bit tired. We are going to get on Falome. Ring a few changes. Casace out for Brook now. But here goes Brecalo, breaking forward again. Back to Casace. Was looking at selling Brecalo, don't forget, but he's definitely put his name in the hat to retain a place here. But if we do get offers in, you know, we're not going to open or close any doors on anybody until the transfer window really opens. But Vidovic coming forward now. Moreto's in there. Moreto's in. Strikes it just over. That would have made for a very, very nervous few closing minutes in the game. Praise the boys. We're inviting a little bit of pressure on now defensively, but let's just steadfast. Totti goes long. Spendy's in there. Falome gets it clear to no one. But that's the name of the game, is get the ball clear. Walu coming forward. Shoot, Walu. Shoot. Moreto strikes it straight over the bar. And there is 3 minutes to go. We are in the most negative formation possible. 5 seconds to go. Spendy back to Terriciano. Delivers across into the box. Brecalo's in there. Heads it. Scuffe takes it. And the referee now blow that whistle. 3 goals to 1. All the possession, all the shots. How they scored is absolutely beyond me. The whole team, bar Vega, was absolutely fantastic. Spendy done well. Brecalo having one of these better games, which has been a long time coming for him. Absolutely happy days. I think we're going to say good performance. Well done, guys. What does that mean? Does that mean we're there? We've done it. We have done it. Let's just go back to the inbox now and get some confirmation. So, yes, we've done it. It's on there, confirmed. There's the league table. Torino won 1-0. So we could have theoretically drawn. We could have drawn and we still would have gone through, I think. But who cares? We're there. Dominated the game. We've got 275k for that Nabian deal. Superb. We've recorded a little bit of history now for all us Empoli fans out there. Empoli confirmed best ever Serie A finish, which is absolutely magic. I didn't think we'd been in Europe before, and we couldn't have been if that's our record high finish. We are European bound for next season. Super. We qualified for the Conference League. There's going to be money to be had. Appelkamp, he was absolutely superb. Press conference, we don't worry about that. We've been given £6.6 million for finishing in 6th position. Paid out 1.2. Our finances still not great. We're gonna have the best part of maybe £15 million to spend. With that European football now in, hopefully adjust this a little bit and our finances will improve. But it's not like we're going to get Champions League money where you're talking millions and millions and millions. But it's an extra form of income for us, a chance to improve our reputation. Have big teams out there looking at some of our players we could potentially sell. So yeah, it's a money spinner, most definitely. But I'm really, really proud of the guys. I can't believe we've done it. 6th position. We've battled away. We wasn't a million miles away from Champions League football, or even one step up. 6 points behind Bologna. Could have been Europa League, but we're building slowly. We don't want to rush it too much. We go to take Empoli into a Conference League is a big deal for the board, for the fans, for me as a manager. It's absolutely superb. I think we're going to run it on a few days now. I want to come back for the end of season review. We'll have a look at the finances, some of the key players, what the fans think, what the board thinks, and we'll touch on a few bases just before we enter. That's massively important summer transfer window. So here it is, the Empoli Football Club end of season review, and let's have a look at everything now. Who are some of our key players? Transfer details. The board are really pleased with the Philogene signing, which is great. We're going to have him available next season. Highest average ratings for our signings were Vega, Slurry, Bonetti, Spendi. Eduardo never really lived up to it. Neither did Brecalo. I thought Terriciano, the board, are very happy with that. Apparently, signing of the season. But Bonetti, A+. Mainly due to getting the player to agree a lower salary than we would expect to pay for someone of his abilities. How much is he on? He's only on 10 grand a week. He's definitely going to be asking for a pay rise in the near future. But overall, the board and the fans alike are very happy with our business. So it was a busy season, the transfer market, and it's safe to say there was some good business done, bringing in key new signings who contribute highly to the season's successes. So look at the season results. The board is pleased that the team qualified for the UEFA Europa League. What does it say there? Europa League? Isn't it Conference League? It says Conference League there. I'm not too sure. We'll have to have a look. It says there Europa League. Does it mean Europa Conference League? Because there is the Europa League. There is the Conference League. I suppose we might be waiting on some sort of them point scoring system to see if any extra positions go to certain nations. I don't know. We'll have to we'll take it as it comes. They expected a mid-table finish, but we delivered a lot better than that. Mid-table being 10th, we have exceeded expectations. So really good. And it did say that we saw Empoli rise to as high as 3rd position. But overall, an absolutely superb, successful campaign. Biggest win, smashing Lazio 4-0. Match remember, beating Bologna by 3-1. And goal of the season was scored by Brecalo. So Brecalo's definitely putting his name, into my head, thinking, do we keep him? Do we offload him? We'll have a look as we go through the summer. The annual revenue is sponsorships 7.41 million, so it's up nearly $500,000. Broadcast revenue down very slightly. Corporate hospitality is up. Prize money from the competitions is up. And match day commercial and retail is up. And once again, Brecalo is our number one shirt seller. So off that there, we've made a lot of money off having Brecalo at the club. So not only he's just popping up all over the, in the games, in the bloody best signs of the season, the fans love him. I think we may have to rethink things and maybe keep Brecalo for another year. But overall, really happy. Even Jaden Philogene's in there, hasn't played a game for us, but he will feature heavily next season for us. We've got no new sponsorship deals to talk about currently, and our reputation is at 3.5 stars. Not really changed over the past season, but by the end of next season, I reckon with the European football that we're going to be able to play, put our name out there on the world stage, hopefully maybe get it up to anywhere near a 4-star would be really nice. Now, how we lined up, we know it was the 4-2-3-1 wing play. And our key performers is the Spendi, Appelkamp and Bellinelli. Now, Appelkamp, we talked about him earlier. 26 years of age. No caps for Japan for some reason just yet. Not really going to get much better. But since he bought it for 2.5 million 4 seasons ago, he's delivered pretty much consistently for us. He's actually got 10 goals this year, 4 assists. So one of his best seasons for us. So Appelkamp going absolutely nowhere. We have got him on contract for 1 more year. We'll have to see if we're going to sign him up to a new deal. But he was an absolutely shrewd bit of business, no doubt about it. So record breakers, most assists by a player in a season. Appelkamp 9. Fastest goal, Spendi 34 seconds. Fans player of the season, Appelkamp. Young player of the season, Spendi. Sign of the season, they're really impressed with Terriciano. And granted, we sold Missouri and got him in for literally £10 million cheaper. had a decent season. And overall, he's not a bad player at all. Terracciano, really, really happy with him. Most player of the matches, Belladinelli, Bonetti, most passes completed per 90. Really, really dominating for us at the moment. And I think the best is still very, very much to come from him. History in the making. Yeah, we know all about that. We know about that. Youngsters to watch. So overall, absolutely superb team review. Not really much on here is going to change. They still want us to develop players using the club youth system. Play entertaining soccer. Make the most of set piece. We don't do. So that's something I have to have a look at before the next season starts. Club vision. So it's still on there now. Set pieces. We're going to have to address that. We are going to accept the current vision. Nothing's really changed. I'm happy with that. Squad dynamics are in a good place. Plenty of people are happy. Team report, we don't care. Don't care about that. The team now are officially on their vacation. Very, very well deserved. And we're going to change up this year. And we're going to go to Austria for a new change of scenery. Fully deserved for us. Fazzini, back from injury. I may look to offload this kid. When we first come into it, he was one of our star players. Not really lived up to the expectations, what I was hoping for. But overall, if not, he's a decent squad player to keep around who can interchange with Appelkamp in that cam role. So yeah, we are pretty much there now. I'm at the end of the season. All the players are going on holiday. It's time now for me to stop, to have a think, start scouting some players. The budgets haven't changed dramatically. Like I said, we know we've got £13 million to spend. We are going to lose Slurry, Eduardo, Christian Spendy. Don't think we'll be able to get him back for another loan spell. We've got an option of a buying with 17.5. Can't really afford that. But even if that was all of our budget, I wouldn't spend it all on him. 15 goals in 30 is great, but we haven't got the money to be able to get this guy back from Bournemouth. So food for thought, who's going to be our striker for next year? Because Eduardo, of course, his loan is going to end as well. But we have got players wanted. Spendy, wanted by Saudi Arabian teams. Belladinelli, wanted by Saudi Arabian teams. Bruckner's probably going to go. Vega, Sheffield United wanting. Peruzzi, Di Maria. So a few players are indeed being looked at by the club. So there are going to be some incomings, some outgoings as well. We're going to look to strengthen the best we can. Look to build the team pretty much around Bonetti, who's going to be an absolute superstar for us in the very, very near future. So we've done it. Conference League football is confirmed here at Empoli. The fans are happy. I'm sure the board are going to be happy with all them extra funds coming into the football club. We need to now go away, look at some of the transfers that are going to be coming in, who's potentially going to be leaving the football club. But we're going to need some depth in and around the squad. With plenty of games to play next year, we're going to need plenty of legs to really be able to rotate players, keep people fresh for a very, very busy, long and hopefully successful campaign. If you've enjoyed the video today, please make sure to give it a like and of course subscribe to the channel. It is greatly appreciated and you're not going to want to miss this upcoming season here at Empoli. But anyway guys, until next time, it's bye from me.